Okay, Mr. Paradise, Pickin' Paradise sent me a package. He was sending me one of the LPU patches, like the little badge, for I think the 200A club, and this huge thing showed up. And I'm just opening on camera because it says to pay attention to how it's packed and pack it the same way. Um, so I wanted to open it on camera so that I could see how it's packed. Now it's soft everywhere. I don't know if that's packaging material or not, so I don't want to cut anything that shouldn't be cut. So this could take a little bit of time to open. Let's see. Don't want to cut anything though. It's probably just packing material, but okay, so at least it's gonna be harder to pick than a block by the look of it. At least there's nothing here to cut other than another package. Now, I don't know if he means wrap it in these things. Oh, there's some address material. Maybe he wrapped it in this and wrapped it again. I don't know. Maybe he thought this wasn't enough, so he wrapped it again. I don't know if he means to wrap it in these envelopes. We'll see once we get inside. Because I'll probably just put it in a box. Unless it has to be in an envelope. Alright, let's see. We got, ooh, these are going to be all melted. So these are going to have to go in the fridge, but this is awesome. Hawaiian Host, yeah, they're definitely going to be melted. It's nice and warm here in New Jersey. Okay, so that has an address on it too. And, ooh, included a, oh gosh, what is all this? Is this Hawaiian sand? What is this? Actually, I think I was wearing this shirt yesterday. Perfect. Good. I was wearing this just yesterday. Because my son had a yellow shirt on, so I wanted to match him, so I was wearing this one yesterday. Cool. Unexpected. I don't think I've had these before. But these I've definitely had. I eat these all the time. White rabbit candies. So these are, I eat these all the time. And this is what I was expecting. So that was expected. Yeah, I wonder how much of this I'm supposed to send to Jim. Maybe just this piece? I have no idea. I'll find out. Yeah, this one has address material on it too, so I'm trying to be careful. Don't want to dox anyone. Come on. I guess shipping from Hawaii, you have to pack it like crazy. Come on. This is not the sharpest knife in the world. If you've seen my videos, yeah, I use this knife every now and then. It's just a free knife from Trout Unlimited. I don't know, I donate some money to them, and they send me this, and then they send me a letter every month with like notepads and stickers and calendars. I'm like, how are they, my donations seem to only be going towards marketing material. I don't see how they could afford to do all kinds of stuff. The amount of mailings that they send out. My gosh, what is this? Oh my goodness. Alright, all that was to get this chunky boy. Wow. Man. It's got 2 keys to it. I've never looked into the Squire. I've only ever watched videos where this thing gets shot at. It seems that all that people want to do with it is shoot it. But it's got two keyholes. Okay, so that one doesn't unlock it. It's probably like a dual custody style. Oh yeah, I can't even unlock the, where is that the other key? Is dual custody make sure makes sense to have them both different? Or did I just turn that the wrong way? Yeah. So one goes to the top, one goes to the bottom, and it must be like dual custody style. We got to do both in order to open it. So it looks like, okay, so this is the bottom key here. I'll take the bottom one off. So it looks like the bottom one goes here, and the top one goes here. And you can turn either one. You can turn them both independently. And when you get both of them, so probably one unlocks the shackle, one side's shackle, and the other one unlocks the other side. I don't know. Okay, so I was recording some picking this on the table and whatnot, but rather than torture you through all that, I went and grabbed a vise and did a proper setup. I don't remember how much I talked about when. So I got 2 keys to this Squire. I don't know the model number. I'll have to look that up and put it in the description. But basically, they're keyed differently, and it comes off like that. And one thing that was kind of interesting of note was that the first few pins in each of these is higher, like up in this upper area. And if you go back, you hit a pin and you have to pick that now in the lower area. So the first few are up here, and the last few are down here, which I thought was interesting. So let's go ahead and put this back on here, get these rubber bands out the way. So I put these rubber bands on here to hold the door open, but they do get in the way when you're trying to put it back on. So. No. And it's not going to go back on because the lock is not open. Right, so now that that's out the way, put that all the way on, these rubber bands on, and lock her back up. And let's try to pick it. I'll go Euro style, but I'm going to use this top of keyway tensioner on the bottom of the keyway. All right, so let's push that way. And all right, well, I got this Sparrow's SS Dev short hook that I'll pick with. The first one here on the bottom is binding. Okay. Oh no, it's not. Oh no, wait, no. Yeah, it is binding. Okay, so I got that. I'm kind of doing a rotating motion, like a flag, to push it. Seems to work. So the first one is now springy. The second one's already springy. Oh, and that's it. Now I have to go to the top ones, it seems. So the third one is, if you look at American style, it's lower in the keyway. All right, so the third one is springy. Fourth one is seeming to be binding. See if I can get it to. I just realized I'm putting like a Holt tension on there. All right, fourth one. Come on. Wait, is it? Third is springy. I'm not sure, but I think that fourth one feels springy now. Is this the fifth one here? 100% certain. All right. Oh, that's me slipping off, I think. All right, that one doesn't seem to want to go out at all. I think this is the sixth one here. Let's try that fifth one again. There we go. Now the sixth one. Sixth one feels springy. All right, I'll try from the beginning again. Let's see. First one. Come on, I had it springy before. Seems like the first one is binding up again. All right, it's now springy. Second one is now binding up, it seems. Now, and I dropped into a false set there. Okay, so the first one again It's still springy. Second one's springy. Let's go to the third one up here. If I can find it. Here's third one. Seems springy. Fourth, or is the third one seems springy? Maybe third one's binding. Let's just, yeah, I think the third one's binding. So that might be a spool because we're in a false set. So I'm gonna let off tension some and see if I get any counter rotation from this third one. Well, everything's so tight in here. Yeah, I get counter rotation from the third one, but it's a little bit hard to push. Come on, third one. It was giving me counter rotation for a second there. I'm not used to picking in the Euro, like pushing the tension down rather than up. I can feel it giving me some counter rotation. I just gotta get it over the hump. Come on. And I'll show in a second when I get this, if I can get this pin picked. The plugs, or the cores are kind of loose in here. They go forward and backwards a little bit. It's a little annoying, but I'm having a hard time with this pin 3 here. So I let off the tension. Why can't I? I'm having a hard time with this third pin. Ugh. Alright, let's get on it again. Push down. Thing is, I don't want to overset it once I do get it. Discord's going off. Like it counter rotates, but not far enough to set it. I push really hard and it doesn't want to keep counter rotating, so maybe I have to manually counter rotate a little bit. Oh wait, here it goes. Right, I might have overset it though, or dropped stuff. Wasn't the cleanest. It wasn't the cleanest spool there. So let's see, 3. Yeah, it feels like something behind it might have been lost. 4, and I'm guessing 3 might have been overset. No, 3 is springy. 4, 5, 6. Check the front again. 1 might be binding again. Okay, 1 is free. 2, and we're open. Ooh, okay, so that was tricky. I'm going to flip it to do the second one the same orientation. So take this out. The first one is picked. And flip that over. And try the second one so we can get it open. I lost one of my rubber bands here. Let's see if I can get this back on here. Alright. Alright, I had to take a break in the film. My family is bugging me for stuff, so we're going to resume on the second lock here. Again, the top keyway tensioner on the bottom of the keyway. And yeah, we'll see what we got down here. So pin 1 is low, 2, 3, high, sorry, they're high cuts. And we hit a wall. 4, 5, 6 is binding. So this one has 3 high cuts and then 3 low cuts. I think this one had 2 high cuts and then 4 low cuts. So number 6 seems to be binding. Let's see if we can get that guy set. Have to kind of rotate the pick to set these. Alright, I got click there on number 6. Let's see if anything else back here is binding. There's 4. 4 is here. That's 4. I don't feel 5 and 6 anymore. That got me worried that something might be overset, but let's check the front anyways. If something's overset, hopefully nothing would bind. And pin 1 seems to be binding, so that might be a good sign. All right, a little tiny click from 1, nice springy. 2, seems springy, and 3 seems to be, is it binding? Very hard to check these because of they just don't move very well in general, and the curve of this wording makes them a little bit difficult to test. But all 3 of those seem springy, which gets me nervous that something's overset. 4 is springy, and I can't find 5 or 6. So I'm going to reset the tension and go at it again. I think 6 was the first to bind. Come on. I'll click from 6. Again, it was kind of violent, so I'm wondering if I just let off some. I was wondering if that caused some sort of overset back there. There's 4, 5. Let's see up front. The 4 and 5 were springy. 1 is binding again, like before. So I'll set 1. Come on. All right, 1 is now jiggling. 2 is springy, and 3 3. Come on. Click from 3. All right, 1 is jiggling. 2 seems to be now binding. That's me slipping, I think. 1 jiggle. 2 binding. If I can stay on it. What? 1 jiggle. 2 click. Dropped into a false set. Okay, so that's good. So 2 is probably standard. They're all jiggling up front. In the back, 4 seems to be jiggling. Oh, 5 seems to be binding. I can't get around it. 5's giving me counter rotation when I pushed on it. I don't know if you saw it at all. But there, counter rotation from 5. Let's try to set 5. And it's hard to set spools in this thing. Very worried about dropping other stuff and oversetting. But setting it around this curve is a little bit difficult. Give it a little bit of a wiggle. Alright, 5. Might have been overset though. Might have overset because 4 is just loose. Let that off tension a little. I'm not in my false set, so let's see if some of these front guys. 1 is loose. 2 is loose. I think 3 is binding. Click from 3. 1 is loose. 2 is loose. I think 3 is loose. 4 is loose. 5 is loose, and 6 is missing. I'm wondering if I overset 6 when I was trying to get 5 or something like that. I'm not entirely sure what's going on. Seems like things are really easy to overset in here. Oh, wait. I think 2 is binding now. So me jiggling around must have dropped something or whatnot. 2's pretty hard to set. All right, back into my false set. 4 is still loose, and I lost 5. So 5, I got to try that. Try to set 5 again. Maybe a little cleaner this time, hopefully. Get on it. Get on 5. Counter rotation. Oh, somebody's back home again. Hopefully they don't want to bug me again because I'm further along now. But 5, okay, 5. I think I got 5 set. Back into my false set. 4 is binding. Let's try 4. Four is still counter rotating. Just give it to me. 4, okay. But I probably dropped the standard while I was doing that. So let's check the front again. 1, 3, 2, I think it's 1. Not 1. Not 2. Not 3. Overset on 4. I'm going to drop the tension a little. I heard a little click of something popping up. Check the front again. 1, 2, I think. Okay, click out of 2. 3's loose. 1's loose. 2, 3 are loose. Check these guys up here. Where are they? These top guys all go. They like disappeared on me. Alright, gonna let off a little tension. Alright, let's see if any of these guys came up. No. Just the front one's popping. 1 is up. Click from 1. Click from 2, and I think we're open. I just had to let the, yep, and we're open. Oh my gosh. This was a surprisingly tricky pick, and both are open. Open all the way, open all the way. So I should be able to take this off. Let's see. Oh my gosh, it's heavy. All right, take these off. So they're both picked open there. And this shackle comes out. There we go. All right. Wow. So pretty challenging. Unlock it back up again. There we go. And let's see what's inside this. I did check this before when I went and got the vise and all that stuff. Let's open it up. And see what's inside. Okay. Those away. Got 2 hex screws in here, 1 in each shackle hole. And then here, okay, that comes out. Oh, one of the, let's put this like this so we don't lose anything. All right, so one of these came out, goes right there. All right, so we got 2 little like kick cylinders in here. Let's see which one goes. This one goes with this key here, it looks like. So we'll take, oops, sorry, I dropped my follower. There it is. So one on this side, and then one on this side. Yep, one on that side. And you got these actuators here that turn, and that's what stops the, they're unsprung, as we saw during the pick. So put that out the way and get into these guys. All right, so first one here, I'm gonna switch to regular glasses. Got a clip on the back, C-clip. Okay, and oh, I thought I brought a shim down with me. Could have swore I did. Let's unplug this and move this out the way. It's not on there. Wow. All right. I could have swore I brought a shim. All right. Well, let's hope for the best. Oh, that's really tight in there. I don't know if a shim would, that doesn't wiggle at all. I don't even know if a shim would fit anyways. All right, let's follow this guy out. 6 pins as expected. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. On here, nothing special on the key pins, but oh well, yeah, there is something special. These back 3 here have like a ledge to them, and that, I don't know, they drop lower than these ones. So these ones remain at the wide diameter, and so they don't drop down as far. These ones have a slimmer diameter towards the bottom, so they drop further into the keyway. I'm guessing there's a ledge down this keyway, yeah. And so that's why on this one the first 3 were up high and the last 3 were down low in the keyway. Where's the key? Is this the key? Yeah, so you can see the last 3 are down low and the first 3 are up high. So these aren't really, they don't have to travel far. They only travel a little bit, but they're way up there. All right, so drivers, 2, 3. So standard, standard, standard. Spool, spool, and standard. Springs, normal spring, normal spring, 2 more normal springs. I think these springs are all the same, it looks like. The 6th one, oh, yep, springs are all the same, so nothing special there. Let's flip this around towards the front of the keyway. All right, second one, so that's that one. Now this one. Let's take this C-clip off. Okay. Follow that guy out. Same deal, we got some high ones and some low ones on this guy. Six of those. Look, yeah, so we had the 2 high ones followed by 4 low ones on this side. And then the key pins got standard, 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 standard. Oh, sorry, that wasn't standard, that's spool. Standard, standard, spool, standard, spool, standard. And then the springs, I'm assuming, are the same as the other side. All the same. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Yep. So those are the internals of this. And the keyway is like this. So you are picking these top ones like this. You're trying to get around this portion is where they are traveling, and the bottom ones are traveling in this portion here. So you're like trying to do like this for a lot of them. I'm trying to get around this corner here. This corner here and this corner here. So all of them are all kind of like wiggly. Maybe there's a better pick choice if you, because there's holes for the pins to travel like that. So you could maybe with a steep hook go up from the bottom here and lift into that hole like that for the top ones. And then for the bottom ones, there's no access from here, so you do have to kind of go around this bend here. Yeah, so it was pretty tricky, pretty tight. From what I can tell, this thing has no wiggle at all in here, really. Yeah, so it's super, super tight. I'm guessing the shear line is really small. I don't see any grinding down on here, and that's what can lead to oversets because there's very little movement here. The pins themselves, I mean, there's a slight, so that introduces that gives you your jiggle because there's a slight curve to it or whatever around the edge. Barely there. Same thing here. It's pretty sharp edge, just a slight little bit. So that's what gives you at least a little bit of jiggle. But that is, I'll look up the model and I'll put it in the description. But that's this chunky boy Squire lock. I don't see anywhere where it tells us a model number or anything like that. But thanks Pick in Paradise. I will send this on to Georgia Jim, and then I don't know where it goes from there. We'll figure that out before it ultimately goes back to Paradise's shelf as a nice, super nice display lock. I would not have had the opportunity to pick this because there's no way I would have been purchasing this. So definitely a nice surprise from him. All right, thanks everybody. Bye.